Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a special RSCast. It is the awards show tonight, but first of all, we start off with the inaugural RSC Cup final. It's a new trial this season just to see how it goes, and after 9 weeks of play, multiple rounds, we're here to watch Nox and Dogon battle it out in the final round for £40, and here to join me is Tavish and Buddha.
Buddha, you want to go first? I'm going to go first.
Oh, well, I thought you were going to take it because, I said your name first. But welcome, everybody. Here we go. RSC Cup final. We've had the playoffs. We still have that Premier, though, yet. But we've got an RSC Cup final. We see a couple of these teams playing again just after the Master playoffs finishing. So maybe it could be a bit of revenge for not winning the Grand Final for both of these teams, Savish.
Yeah, you said it there. Obviously, Premier coming later, but that Cup final is here. And like I said, Nox, Dogon both making it to the Master playoffs. Didn't quite make it through till the end. So maybe they can prove it here that they're still one of the top teams in Master.
Yeah, definitely one of the top teams, and they've shown that in the cup run as well. Nox sweeping Fenrir in the quarterfinals in week 8 3-0, with Dogon beating Leo 3-1. And then in the semi-finals, it changed to a best of 7. We had Nox beating Phoenix 4-3, going all the way, and Dogon beating Messiahs 4-1, making it look a little easier than it should have been. So here we are in the grand final with a best of 7 as well. We are just waiting for people to join up. We do have 6 people in the lobby. But Tavish, how have you found this cup? Has it been a good addition? Have you liked the idea of it? Any negatives? Obviously, first time we've ever run it, so let's get people's thoughts in the chat while we're waiting for the teams to join.
I really enjoyed it, actually. You saw a lot of teams from different tiers facing off against each other. Some upsets here and there where you saw a lower team beating a higher tier team, so that was pretty fun. And just the idea of having a second kind of league running next to the normal league was fun to see, because since you had players really focusing on league play and others also really focusing on the cup games, and that also brought us where we are here.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Would you like to see it back next season?
Yeah, I'd like to see it come back. Obviously, I know different people have different opinions. I know from a different aspect, it's good to play the higher tier teams. It's good practice for you. But obviously, it's kind of a counter for the higher teams, because when you play lower level Rocket League, it's quite off-putting. But it is great practice for when you get to face up, a higher tier, or maybe a same franchise team, or just something different that you wouldn't be able to play against within league play. So it's definitely a good addition, just for a little extra fun factor of Rocket League.
Yeah, definitely. A couple of shout-outs to those teams as well. Newborn, actually, the only prospect team making it to round 4, playing against Profits in Elite, getting swept 3-0, but a really valiant effort from them. And quite a few teams from Elite making it into the round of... sorry, not the round of 16. The one Elite team making it into the quarterfinals. A couple of rival teams into round 5. So it's been an all-round good experience for some teams.
Yeah,
we're just getting one more team into the lobby, I think, and then we should be ready to go. But is there anything else you're looking forward to tonight? Obviously, it's the awards show straight after this, and people can vote for their goal of the season in the Discord if you want to direct them to there.
Yeah, obviously, like I said, the award show, for me, it's the first time actually being on RSCast doing the award show here with you two. So I'm pretty hyped for this to just see how all the awards go. And also for that clip of the season, I want to say clip of the week, but that's a long press. Clip of the season is now the most important thing. Who has the most mechanics, or who showed the most mechanics throughout all 9 weeks of league play. Yeah, Buddha, what are you most hyped for?
Well, it's got to be clip of the season. You're going to see so many good goals, so many great mechanical plays come out from everyone across all the tiers. And it's going to be a lot of arguments in chat. Oh, it should be this player, it should be this player. But we'll see at the end. But obviously, you've got the awards as well. You get to see, who were the players making that big change for their teams. Of course, there's players on the field who, make a big change without the statistics, but we still get to see the players who really, really, made a stand for themselves and, showed up and maybe, give themselves, some eyes on them ready for next season.
Yeah, definitely. And we're using this final match as the penultimate stream for the season. Obviously, we had to push back Premier playoffs to Sunday, so some of the awards won't feature some of the Prem people at the minute. Couldn't make a decision on player of the season yet, as it's too close between a couple of players. But speaking of the players in this lobby right now, obviously we're waiting for 3 or 4 of them from one team. But Nox versus Dogon, they've had a brilliant season if you look at the rosters that they've had. I mean, Bowler, Tavish being 1785. I think this has been his standout season so far in RSC. And the RS, he played with me in IEL Season 6, so that's how long he's been playing these leagues and never really stood out until now.
No, and at the start of the season, Captain Quark messaged me saying he had an idea for a roster, and that Bola was in first thought going to be the sub for the roster. And then SK joined, and they kind of switched plans, moving Bola to main. And for me, it was okay. He's kind of the sub player because of the DSM, but he stepped up huge and definitely leading Nox, and just to a lot of victories, and even suppressing what I thought was gonna happen. So I'm really happy that I got him on the roster, and just see if he can close it out here. Obviously, Master Play is not really going that way, but I didn't know he was already that long in, well, I want to say ERSC, but obviously, like I said, in IL Season 6.
Yeah, and Dogon, a team you wouldn't really think would have done very well if you looked at the roster at the start of the season. But Jazz, Flo, Bossy Lassie, and Wix, I think 3 of them teamed in ERS and was top 2 in the conference at one point with Sistema Solaris. Could be wrong, but they've done really well this season. I mean, we remember Flo from Rival a couple of seasons ago and his rise to 1865 CMV, and getting that so far into the Master Tier has been impressive.
Yeah, Flo's been a very impressive player. I also remember playing against him in Rival. He was the main man in his roster. Went to Elite, probably didn't have the best performances from team results maybe, but coming into Master, he's really improved as a player. You can tell he's been grinding individually, and obviously with his team, Boss Lassie and Jazz. It's just a great roster, obviously, alongside with Wix, and I completely agree. I don't think as much people expected them to be dominant within their conference. Maybe, like top 4, top 3, but coming out first, the only team in their conference to get 10 wins, 10 series wins. So they really did prove some people wrong. And obviously with playoffs, unfortunately, they didn't go all the way, but they've still definitely shown and proven themselves and, shown their capability as individual players and as a team.
Yeah, and just looking at the power rankings, we did predict them to be 3rd, so not quite the top of the top, but they did it. And we do have all the players into the lobby. Should we get our predictions going before we ask them to join up? Odo, we'll start with you.
Well, it has to be Game 7, just because that's just how it goes nowadays. But I feel like Tavish is going to go Nox, so I gotta go Shaman. I gotta rep Shaman. Game 7 victory for Shaman. It's going to be Dogon. They're going to take it.
Well, obviously you had it right, and you know what? I'm not wearing it, sadly, but I do have it, and you said it correctly. I'm going to a Game 6 here. I'm thinking, obviously, my own franchise, DSQ gonna win it. I'm thinking 4-2 victory here.
Well, I respect it. I've got the DSQ jersey on tonight, not necessarily being biased, it's just something I've worn today without thinking about the final. Is Bowler playing today? That's the question. I think he's away this week, isn't he? So for me,
that's not playing.
Yeah, so that came into my thinking for this game, and I think it would be Shaman taking it 4-2 tonight.
Okay,
I will just ask the players.
Because obviously, like you said, our Bola not being here might be an impact. Still, it's SK and Captain Quark, and they brought Jax up from the elite roster. So I'm kind of curious to see how that's gonna play out. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a great series. Don't know about you, Buddha.
Oh, of course it's going to be great. This is the RSC Cup final. You got 2 very competitive Master teams within the playoffs as well. So it's not like you're just seeing one of those Master teams who made their way to the final in the Cup but couldn't perform in playoffs. No, these are 2 teams who made playoffs. They're going to give us a show. I can tell you that for sure. But Game 1 is about to get underway.
As you said, all 6 players are in the lobby. All 6 players are ready to go. It's SK, Jax, Captain Quark taking on Bossless, Flo, and Jazz as the kickoff just happened.
Jax looks for the read off the wall. Captain Quark for a shot on net. It will be a light shot, easy save. SK will find a block. Jax can take control of the ball. Will get demoed, but a double crit on the defense. This could be a good opportunity now for the side of Nox to reclaim that possession. A reset from SK down into Captain Quark, but nothing too clinical to happen for the net. Boss Lassie just trying to keep the ball at bay. For the first half a minute, we're not seeing anything too slippery from these sides.
No, maybe an opportunity here for the Dogon side. It's a big clear into the others, into the Nox side. Jax does clear it. SK immediate follow-up, but gets another 3 players from Dogon in the corner, try to get a touch on it, and in the end it falls towards Captain Quark, and Midfield takes beautiful control. Jazz has full control of the work, it doesn't get the flick he wanted, and it's first good opportunity for Dogon here as a shot on target, but it will not go in. But this one does! Captain Quark puts it in between everyone, and Nox score first.
Just a simple touchdown. Both players just they don't want to hit the ball yet. It's just game 1. They're just warming up a little bit of air time on the car. But it's a goal in the first minute. Captain Quark to take it away for the Nox side. The question is, can they carry and continue this momentum and go for goal number 2? SK up to the backboard. It will be dropped down. Time on the ball for now, but SK go for demo straight away. He's saying, no, give me the ball back. We need goal number 2.
And after that shot, there was a little bit of a hesitant play there by Dogon's side. They just kind of looked at the ball in front of the net like, what are we going to do? But no one from Nox was challenging it, so they still had enough time to work with. Kind of also shows that Nox, they have the lead now, they don't really have to rush. They just feel like, yeah, we can keep this slowly, keeping the pressure in that Dogon side. Patiently waiting for an opportunity to go for the second now. SK from the ceiling tries to dump it down, doesn't find it. Jack's quick shot on target will be saved by Flo. And definitely Nox here after that first goal, feeling a little bit more in control, taking a little bit more of the plays and trying to find each other. But Dogon definitely not out of this.
Not out of it for sure, but it's still remaining within Shaman, the Dogon's half. The ball's barely leaving it, so the pressure is on them. The question is, can they counter it? Jack's going for a read off the wall, almost finds a better demo onto Flo, and it's a free goal for Jax. That all comes from the demo, the perfect demo. Almost a great read by Jax, but it's just all the demo from SK.
Yeah, and I thought Captain Quark would be the demo merchant here in this series, as he's been doing it the entire season. But SK stepping up, recovered perfectly after his landing, and saw that only one player was standing. Beautiful play, extending the lead to 2-0. Flo now India tries to make it 1. Already 1 up, but Jax clears to the other side, finds SK. Quark immediate follow-up, wins the 50, ball dangerous. SK tries to go for a fake, but Flo immediately denies that opportunity. Bossless, bit of an awkward position here, does get a clear, and Jazz plays it all the way to the other side. Definitely Nox here, being a little bit more in control with the team play, but Dogon, they managed to clear that ball every time, but a little bit of a heavy touch for the first man, so no real follow-ups to really set up a counterplay.
Dogon just struggling on the offensive side of Rocket League. Only 1 shot to their team's name, and it's going to come from Bossless as well. Into the midfield here at the box. Captain Quark will clear this one away. Already looking for an infield pass, intercepted. Passed into Flo. Flo with the shot, and there it is. Dogon with their second shot will find their first goal with just under 2 minutes left.
Yeah, this is a beautiful touch from Boss to Flo. Flo just drops it towards the right side, other than that Jax was kind of recovering back. Didn't really know what to do, kind of jumped, hoping he could touch the ball in the end. A little bit too awkward, and the deficit is only back to 1 goal. Still Nox in the lead, but with that goal, Dogon, they get a little bit more momentum, they have a little bit more faith in that they can score more and get the equalizer. Quark from the wall, try to get the infield pass, gets denied, but Jack's beautiful follow-up to get it towards midfield. No one following up from the Nox side, as they're a little bit boost off, so they're struggling to find the speed to keep up with anything. Jack's now in the air, tries to get it in a soft touch, gets it past 1 towards the backboard, maybe an opportunity here. No, Jazz takes control and clears all the way into the other side.
SK trying to clear the ball away. Jazz keeping the ball in play for now. Boss Lassie with the 50 is bouncing down. SK will save that one for now. Float looking to get back into action. It will fall back to Jazz. Trying to get the ball cleared down the line. It will fall down, but it will be intercepted. There will be a free pop-up here for Float. Plenty of boost in the tank to work with. Look for something here. Will be too high to double. Jazz just going to take this back to his own corner. Jax looking for the read. Could be an infield pass here, but Bosslas will clear this one away. For the Nox side, 43 seconds to just keep the goal lead or look for another goal to secure it.
Flo didn't make contact. Jax tried to get something, but get demoed by Jazz for his effort. Bit of a double commit here from the Dogon side. And SK removes one of the players. Creates a little bit of time for Jax here. Tries to go for a fake, doesn't work. SK now try to rush back. Flo also on the ball. Quark in the corner. Now an infield pass attempt does work. It does find the crossbar. No follow-up from the Dogon side. Such a dangerous opportunity for them to get the equalizer. Jazz now quick shot on target. Double commit by Jazz and Quark. Quark being annoying and just bumping Flo so he can't follow up. And his time is ticking down. Jazz tries to keep it into the air towards Boss. Boss towards the backboard. Cannot follow up. Tries to get the double. Flow. Quick shot on target. Will be saved by Jax. Such a close opportunity for the equalizer. Ball will touch the ground. Nox take game number 1.
Ooh, I thought we were going to see a 0-second buzzer beater there from the Dogon side, but it's just a little bit too short. But Nox, they just started really strong. Obviously, that first opening minute, obviously both sides trying to just get the possession on the field, but Nox really started up quicker. I mean, for Dogon, look, we saw them have one shot within like roughly 2.5 minutes. I feel like they just gotta get that aggression and that pressure a little bit quicker.
Yeah, well, if there was a script tonight, it's definitely not being followed because, I mean, it was a total game of two halves, really. I mean, like you said, Buddha, 8 shots from Nox coming out, and Dogon didn't have any until 2.5 minutes, and then they outshotted Nox in the second half, and they almost took it. But Tavish, I'm sure you're happy that the script isn't being followed here because we've got to talk about Ola not being here, and no disrespect to Jax because obviously he was rival last season. He's come. He is in Elite now, and he's subbing up, and they've just took a game in the RSC Cup final.
Yeah, I'm definitely happier. I'm kind of disappointed in myself that I'm not wearing my DSQ merch, but I do have it laying all around me to still support the boys in some way. But yeah, definitely for Jax here to step up, to get the opportunity as well to play instead of using their sub Vink. Is huge for him, and like you said, he went from rival 2 seasons last season to elite this season, now subbing up to master. Let's see if he can keep it up, as they already after kickoff looked for an opportunity, but Boss closed it all the way back into the Nox side.
Well, 10 seconds in, and Jazz has opened it up. It's not Nox this time, it's Dogon. A beautiful challenge from the right-hand side, a bumper 10th, but Jazz just beats the defender. It's just that little bit quicker, and it will be Dogon taking that lead early on.
And I think if one thing is really gonna influence this series is that Jax, even he's subbing up from that elite tier, might sometimes be a little bit slower than all the other players. Just like here, Boss receives the info pass from Jazz, puts it towards the back of the net, Dogon 2-0 lead.
Great pass from Jazz into the midfield, sees Bosslas. I mean, it's just an easy shot at that point. Put it on target, and it's pretty much a goal. And that's exactly what happened. 11 seconds after the 10, and it's another goal. 2-0 up from Dogon from, well, roughly from a 3-minute game from them last time just to get 1 goal. So Dogon definitely improved and stepped it up. They know that they've got to get the pressure from the get-go, and that's exactly what they're doing. The ball already in Nox's half. Jax is going to get bumped. Still maintaining the ball for now. Captain Cork with a demo. Float. Not going to have to find a read off that. This could just go in unless Jazz does get to it in time. He does indeed, and this will be an opportunity now for Dogon to work on a counter.
And one thing I do love from Nox is that they have full faith in each other. Because while Jax and Captain Quark were still trying to get the ball towards midfield, SK was already going for bombs, and Boss he doesn't care. He's just going for a flip reset double touch attempt. In the end, drops it directly on the defender, so no goal for him there. But he's feeling comfortable here now in game number 2. Game 1 a little bit of hesitance sometimes, But here they have that 2-0 lead. They know they don't have to rush. Make it 3. Beautiful clear from his own half. Captain Quark is a little bit awkward here in the touch. And then it doesn't matter. 3:41 left on the clock. Dogon definitely here to play.
Just a simple challenge from the back corner. That's all it takes, apparently, to get the ball in the opposition's net. We may be starting to see a little bit of a breakdown from Nox in game number 2, but they got time to bring themselves back into it. All they need is maybe just that one goal to get the momentum shifted. Flow will get beat by Captain Quark. Will fall down into the blue corner for now. SK trying to maintain possession of the ball. Jazz with a good challenge. Might create an opportunity now for an infield pass. Down into Flow. Flow with the shot just falling wide. Bosslas following through. And there it is. Dogon with the team play. One player to another into the midfield of that box. And just like that, it's back of the net again.
Yeah, we're in game 1. I think the reason why Nox won was with Jax. You don't know how he's going to play in Master Tier. And for Dogon, they definitely didn't know that. So they kind of had to adjust, and it took them a lot more than they expected. But here in game 2, they know exactly what to do. They have their game plan written. And it doesn't matter who they're playing against. They're going to follow it to the letter. And now all the eyes are on Nox. Can they bounce back? Can they adjust their game plan to at least find one goal here in this game number 2 to show that they can adapt in the middle of all the action? Or will it just be a full Dogon show here? And are just going to score more goals to add to their tally and just show everyone that they are the strongest team right now. Great opportunity, will go wide in the end. Quark to help out the defense, and it was almost 5-0.
Almost. Just approaching halfway through the game now. Flow with an opportunity. Just like that, it goes in. Captain Quark going for the boost. Don't think he expected a shot to be accomplished there by Flow, but just like that, Dogon in a 5-goal lead now, just within 8 shots. The shooting department is on point for them, and they just look more confident as this game goes on.
Yeah, they're definitely feeling confident. Now Jax, big clear towards the Dogon side. Easy touch for Jazz, who follows up, tries to find Bosslas, does find him, but no follow-up after that touch. SK now not the best touches himself. Boss follows up, gets a knife. Flow in midfield, tries to keep the ball there, but Jax wins that 50-50 in his favor. SK towards the backward, tries to go for the double, leaves it, and Quark follows up. Shot will go wide. Jax follows up immediately afterwards. First goal for Nox.
There it is. Maybe that's just what Nox needed. Good pop up to the backboard yet again by Captain Quark, and Jax is there to clean and sweep that one up. Puts it away, finds that first goal for this game for Nox. Maybe that's just what they needed. Even if they don't take this game, which of course can't rule out just yet, they still can build some positivity and momentum going into that next game. But Jax looking for another wall read, likes going for them, but does do them successfully, to be fair. But it will be put away into the back corner for Dogon. Already put on net though. Float looking to take this one away. SK with a good block. Could be Jax now, taken away by Captain Quark into SK. SK with the shot! A beautiful pass from Captain Quark. SK is the one to clean that one up.
Yeah, and I think the Dogon defense kind of forgot that SK was still slowly lurking in that corner. I think grabbing boost as well. And they all went to that left side of the field trying to challenge the ball. And then one big clear towards that net is an easy shot for SK to put it towards the back of that net. Still a 3-goal lead for Dogon as there's 1:30 left on the clock. Make it back to a 4 lead. Boss straight after the kickoff puts it towards the far post. 2-6 is the scoreline.
As Nox were just building that mountain of momentum, one goal after the other, and it's been destroyed by a kickoff goal. Very upsetting, but oh well, that is the way of Rocket League. It happens. 6-2, definitely a big scoring game for a game at the grand final, but there's a reason these games are series. Every individual game, they can change one after the other. You just got to go say GG and go next. So for Nox here, I think you just got to use this remaining time to kind of rebuild yourselves and recollect yourselves going into that next game.
Yeah, and Jax try to take control there. At least stop the bleeding. Don't concede any more goals. Don't give Dogon any more pressure. Quark doing a quick clear to the other side. SK try to follow up. Doesn't put it towards the back of net. Boss in midfield towards Jazz. Jazz backs the boss last in the corner now. Maybe an opportunity for Dogon as they're challenging every ball with everything they got to keep that ball in that Nox side, so they don't have to do any of the defending, so they can just drop that ball wherever they want. They don't have to worry about, focusing on what's behind them. And then maybe an opportunity for Nox, but Boss drops it perfectly in the corner. A bit of a double commit from the Dogon players, but still no stress from any of them. They are just relaxing here in this final 30 seconds.
Flo trying to get a pinch. Good demo from Jax. Could be an opportunity. Pinch to the crossbar. A shot from Captain Quart. A demo from SK. Nox. They're not giving up. They still want some more goals. They're just trying to close down the gap for the goal difference.
And even if the goal difference doesn't matter, it's mostly the momentum. And we've been talking here, Buddha, in this entire game about momentum. The Dogon has built so much in their favor, and Nox is kind of trying to create something. Now with this scoreline, what do you think is going to happen in Game 3? Because obviously Dogon has a huge momentum swing now in their favor, scoring those 6 goals. But Nox, they climb back and at least managed to cut that lead in half and score 3 of their own.
Well, knowing our luck, when there's a lot of goals, normally the next one is pretty much a 1-0 game. Or a 0-0 OT. So that's pretty much what I'm expecting for this next game number 3. But Dogon taking game number 2 with a 6-3 victory, looking very dominant and aggressive within the most remainder of the opening of the game. But Nox, they did start to get back into it. They started to, apply a bit of pressure of their own. But for Dogon, I mean, half of their goals were just given from the mistakes of the defense of Nox. I just don't think it was quite consistent and fluent as we saw in that first game. So I think Dogon, they're just doing a great job at punishing mistakes as well.
Yeah, and watching that game, I found the script, boys. It's here. Dogon just flipped it. It was literally a carbon copy of Game 1, flipped to the Dogon side, because first 2.5 minutes, Dogon were all over Nox. Nox came back into the game and then got the same amount of shots as Dogon and got a bit of momentum at the end. So it seems to be like whoever takes the momentum at the end is getting it into the next game. And I mean, if we see a trend of that in the next few games, then we're in for a hell of a series.
Yeah, if that's indeed what's going to happen, then I'll throw out my prediction. I think we're going to get a Game 7 overtime golden goal scenario, if that's truly what's happening. But now that I'm curious, because who has the momentum here at the end of Game 2? Because obviously Dogon won, but Nox scored the final goal. So in what favor is the momentum now?
I gotta say, it's gotta be both sides. Obviously, Nox, they started to build it up towards the end, but if you're the winning team, you've got momentum no matter what. So I think there is momentum on both sides, so that could be the reason why maybe we see this game being more of a less... Wait, hold on. Yeah, no, not going to call it. It's already another goal. 11 seconds in, and it will be Osinasi to take the goal. Will we call this a pass? Yeah, we'll say it was a pass. Just no goal skills.
Yeah.
No goal skills happen.
No, and what you were just in the middle of sentence. We're gonna see maybe 1 goal or 0 goals in overtime, and then, well, Boss just said like, nah, we'll take this 1 goal real early. Flo already looking to make it a second one. Gets denied by Jax. SK now on the wall, doesn't have boost to work with, but maybe can force 50. Does win the 50 in his favor and steals the boost as well. Jax gets denied here. Quark just waiting on the defensive line, looking for something. Jax not the best jumps there. And Flo in his own corner is taking control. Beautiful 50 here from SK. Try to take control as well. 50 after 50. Ball still in the Dogon side, but nothing dangerous from Nox.
Flo puts it away into Jax. Jax with a shot on target. SK with the shot! Oh my! That slight touch from SK went from a possible save to a secured goal. What a pass, what a shot with placement.
Yeah, and I was on Quark's perspective, and the only thing I saw was 3 players going towards that ball, and then just saw a goal flash. I was like, but did he touch it? But apparently he did. Soft touch, all is needed. Tie game after that first minute's come and gone. Now, Jazz Boss double commit in the corner. Maybe Quark can have an opportunity. Fakes it out. No one from Nox following up. And Jazz takes it towards the corner. Nox found a little bit more momentum in their favor. Now, maybe an overcommit. Boss doesn't have boost to work, so can't follow up on the beautiful pass from Jazz towards that net. Now, it's just going to be a back and forth game. I think now, Buddha, we're going to see what you expected to happen, that it's just going to be an even out match. They both scored 1 goal in that first minute, now it's going to be 4 minutes of just back and forth until we get that overtime.
The battle of possession. Boss looking for something. Zero boost in the tank. Nothing to really do too much with. SK gonna clear this one away. Gonna try to take possession, but Flo is gonna force the challenge. Boss with a touch back into the own post. Jazz rushing it, but does get the save. The beautiful read. Looking to continue now with a shot of his own. Will just fall wide. Will it be followed? Jax with the touch. Flo up to the backboard. Could be a followed through shot. It will be quite weak and it will just fall wide of the Jazz. Not going to be able to find a shot. It's going to be a chance for the side of Nox now. But it does bounce away. And as we see both sides back and forth, it's just a battle of 50s, challenges, interceptions, and just whacking the ball left, right, and centre. Just waiting for a team to make a passing play. And this could be actually down to Jazz. Jazz looking to get past the keeper, but SK will clear this one safely away.
Yeah, where I always thought master players, they don't just jump for a ball. They always have an idea of what to do, where to go, and also close actually for a goal for Dogon. But the woodwork is not helping them. Crossbar down and it bounces out. And Jazz just takes it past everyone, puts it towards the back of the net. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's not random jumping. He just outplays the entire Nox defense.
Just great patience, doesn't rush too much, just lets the defenders just dive and weave at the ball and completely miss. And he's like, you know what? I'll just catch the ball, put it in the net. It's just that easy. It's a lead for them. A demo from Captain Quark could slow things down for the offensive side of Dogon. Boss, you're going to take this up in the air. Maybe look for a pass off the corner here. Looking for the dunk. Will fall down into Jazz. It's a good 50 though. Will remain in Nox's corner. Flo finds Jazz. It's a good block. Could be an opportunity, but SK will be there on the backboard. SK seems to be always around that backboard area. Whether it's in defense or offense, he's saving and scoring within that backboard area. So SK definitely a dangerous player within the area. Flo almost with a crazy goal there, but it will be a chance now for the Nox side.
Jax tries to find Quark. Quark towards the backboard, doesn't make anything happen. SK quick shot on target will go wide. No one from the Dogon side even jumped for it. They realized it was a little bit higher than the actual danger. Bossless now 50, loses the 50 against Jax. Flo immediate follow up. Flo going for bumps. Doesn't really find anything effective as Jazz tries to put a little bit of danger towards that Nox. Beautiful demo for Captain Quark to die out that entire offense. SK now in the air tries to make something happen as well, a little bit awkward. And it's again a bit of that back and forth. Still 50 seconds left on the clock. Dogon leading, so they are in that very good position to take game number 3 and take the series lead. But it still comes down to that final second since Nox, they're not completely out of this yet.
Not out yet, still plenty of time on the clock. It's not over until it's officially over. Boss, not going to find the pass back. Will be a good challenge onto SK. Stops the shot. Flo with the touch. Will just fall wide up into Jax. Jazz pops it up just wide of the backboard. Captain Quark, it's gone into Flo. Flo just can't reach it with the little boost he has. There will be a chance though for Jazz. Across, I think he was looking for Flo, but maybe not just in the right position. But Flo already back on it. Maybe look for a dunk here. It will be a possession in the Nox's defense. A demo onto Jax. Jazz now could secure this up. Unless they just keep the ball alive. Nox need to find something. It's been cleared away to Dogon's corner. And there it is. It touches the ground. And Dogon will take the lead in this series. And compared to game 2, the game definitely died down a lot in the goal department.
Yeah, 100%.
Definitely.
Sorry. Go on.
Well, I think we wanted to say the same thing, Ark, so I'll just leave it to you.
Yeah, it does look like it's clear that both teams look nervy. I feel like I'm turning into Danny Boy with the quality that I expect from the game, because obviously the first 2 games were really entertaining, but it's clear that both teams aren't really defending well. And after the series, it'll be good to see the shots to save ratio, because I don't think there's many saves in this series. But I think the one thing that Dogon have got going for them is that they look a lot more calmer on the ball, Tavish.
Yeah, I think it might be for the Nox side that they're not playing their main roster, that they're playing with the sub-up in Jax. That is just kind of influencing on how they should play, that they're not really feeling completely relaxed. Because obviously, if you're playing with the roster the entire season, you know exactly what your teammates are capable of, how that you can trust them. And definitely in Master, that's something that you normally do. You trust each other completely. That if you just go forward, that your teammate bangs the ball towards you, and that you can at least take a shot on net. And now with Jax, they might have to change their game plan a bit. And for Dogon, they in game 1 looked a bit iffy, but in the final half they looked very good. Game 2 they were dominant, and in game 3, okay, a little bit of a weird scenario. And now game 4 on the way. Looking if Dogon can keep this up, or if Nox can finally find an answer.
Well, here we go. It's not a goal in 11 seconds like last game, so there's already an improvement for the side of conceding last time. We'll drop down. No, well, it's not 11 seconds. It's just 18 seconds this time. No matter what, we're getting a goal in the first minute, and it goes in favour for the Dogon side.
Yeah, I think the more games we get, the longer the period will be. So from 10 to 18, and the next game will maybe there won't be a next game. Depends on. Well, they will definitely have a next game. What am I saying? It's a best of 7. We're going at least 5 games here. Flo, he wants to end it in those 5 games. Just puts in the second goal straight after kickoff. Jack's not having the kickoff he wanted. Quark a little bit slow on the recovery, and then it's a 2-0 lead within 21 seconds already for Dogon.
It just feels like we're watching the same game, but just on a different map. That's generally what it feels like. The same things seem to happen every game. So maybe we'll see that change when Nox start to get the gears going, but 2 goals down already. Obviously plenty of time, but definitely do need to stop conceding goals. Flow with a good pitch off the ceiling. Good save from Jax, stopping a potential clip. Jazz will get beat by SK. Will be in the midfield possession for anyone. Flo going to take this one up. Don't think he can follow through with a second touch. Jazz will get a touch. A bit of an awkward one. SK is going to clear that one downfield. Will fall wide though. A demo from Jazz will be for surely slowing down the attack from Nox. A good musty though from Boss. It could go on target, but Jax with another crucial save.
Yeah, SK immediate follow up towards the other side. Gets beat by Jazz on the defensive line. Now all players for Dogon into the air to form a shot on target. And it goes towards the end. Boss Last gets the credit for that goal. As you see Flo and Jazz both in the air. Boss Last follows up immediately. And for some miraculous reason, that finds back in the net.
Yes, chat, this is Master, and you did just see all 3 players go for it. This is the Master tier. I mean, you know what? If it works, it works at the end of the day. I can't judge. I can't argue. If it works, you can't complain. Boss looking to take it away already. Looking for goal number 4 into Jazz with the shot. Just falls wide. SK now looking for the block, but it will favour for Flo. Captain Corp away into Boss. Up to the backboard, Jax. Oh, great touch. He's going to put that one away into SK. Will fall past him though, Captain Corp. Little boost in the corner, maybe just looking for an infield pass it down to Jax. Jax looking for a shot, but it will be well defended from the Dogon side. And Nox just looking to get some possession, looking to get some shots on the board. Statistically, they still not have their first shot. Well, you know what? I'll just keep casting for you, Tam. It's just fine.
Yeah, please do. So we at least we go to that game 7. But you said, well, Captain Quark probably heard you. You said no shots. And well, no shots is no goals, and Captain Quark puts in that first shot, puts in that first goal for Nox here. Still 3:05 left on the clock, more than enough time. At least they don't lose the kickoff. Make it 2 goals. Captain Quark straight after kickoff does what Dogon did to them. And now within 4 seconds, they have 2 goals back.
And just like that, Nox are within reaching distance to get back in the lead. 3 minutes on the clock, plenty of time for them to get themselves tied up and potentially ahead another goal before an OT. Obviously, I don't want to secure anything in my words because I've been cursing quite a few times on these teams and jinxing them, so I don't want to really say anything securely. But Flo, they just on the way into Jax. Jax, not able to find a pass, but find Jazz in the corner though. Captain Corp. Good for an infield pass with the corner, but no teammate will be there to finish up a shot. SK looking to regain some possession on the ball now. Jax going to clear this one away. Flo not going to have to find the touch. Could be an opportunity now. Jax not going to be able to get past the front post defender. And we're already going to see Nox back in their own half, but they are in control of the ball this time.
Yeah, SK tries to get towards the backboard. Doesn't have too much success with it. Now, beautiful passing play between Bossless and Flo towards that Nox side. Jazz, quick shot on target, will be saved by SK. Flo immediate follow-up towards the back, but tries to go for a double, gets denied as well. Two immediate shots straight after each other. Definitely puts a little bit more pressure on the Nox side, as they have to do a lot of defending here, in not only in this game, but just in general in this entire series. They have been in the receiving end of so many great shots. Now Quark tries to get at least the equalizer here for Nox. Jack's follow-up will be wide. SK a little bit too slow on the follow-up as well. And the immediate danger that Nox was creating slowly shriveled down. And now SK has to make a bit of an awkward touch here in defense.
Captain Court clears that one away. Jazz might give this one away to SK. SK, oh, we're not going to find a teammate. It's just going to be a shot on net. Cleared away on the counter. Bosse with the goal. Just a simple clear. That's all it takes. Down the middle, just like that. They got another goal. 2-goal lead for Dogon. Plenty of time though for Nox. So we saw, well, they scored a couple in what, like 4 seconds. So, hey, anything's possible.
Anything's possible, but with the way Dogon has been playing, it is just on a different level. They're feeling so comfortable. They're following each other up. Well, not perfectly, but they've been following each other up a lot better than Nox has been doing. Checks now a bit awkward here, loses the 50 against Flo as SK tries to make something happen here in the corner. Can't follow up. Jack's a little bit slow. Quick shot on target. Will go wide. Woodwork is the hero here for Nox, so they don't go down 3-0 in that goal differential. Bossless now tries to make a shot. A bit awkward there in the air, and SK can clear it towards the other side.
Dogon, they're just looking to run that timer down and potentially just looking for another goal. By the looks of the way they're playing, they are looking to go for more. And obviously for Nox, they've got to deal with that pressure and they've got to find those plays to get another goal going forward. Captain Quark going for a double. We'll find it off the backboard, bouncing down for SK. Will he get a shot on target? Just off the post, followed through, just going on to the other post. Flo, he's just going to pop that one out. Another shot, but well saved. Dogon's defense holding on strong, just wasting that time. No third goal for Nox for yet, as of now. Saved again, and I think that is going to be it over for this game.
Yeah, a couple great opportunities for Nox to at least get one goal back, but in the end there's no real danger. This one might flow in. No, just denies it. Jacks towards backwards, quick shot attack will be saved by Bossless. Nox want to get at least one more goal, so they have a little bit of favor now. Jacks towards the backboard. No, that doesn't go in the end. Dogon are on match series point here.
Wow, we've just seen what Dogon's defense is capable of doing. We didn't really see that throughout this whole series just yet, but allowing Nox to just shoot and shoot and shoot, we got to see how Dogon really perform under pressure on that defense. And if they can keep that up, then Nox are really going to have a hard time to get some goals in.
I was watching that and was thinking, oh, this is similar to Game 3, and they're just doing what they did last game and saying that they'll look comfortable, and then Nox just piled and piled and piled pressure on them. Then they actually deserved that goal at the end. And this is what we're saying when they take momentum into the next game. Nox really have to think about that last minute of play. They were all over Dogon. Just pile of pressure on their net and take it into the next game, because that's the only way they're going to win at the moment, because Dogon did look comfortable until that last minute of play.
Yeah, and I think you described it perfectly, Ark. Like you said, Dogon is not only looking comfortable, I think they're feeling comfortable as well. And then in that final minute, we had it in game 2 and 3 as well, where there were just moments where there was so much pressure from the Nox side that you could see that there was scrambling and rotation in the defense, but it was still working out. So now they are here on series point. Nox, they have a lot of work ahead of them to even make it towards that Game 7 scenario. Game 5 on the way. Let's see how this is gonna end.
Well, Jazz looking for a shot, already blocked out. Captain Quark looking to open up the goal. 12 seconds in. Not 11 again, it's going to be 12, but this time it's going to be Captain Quark to get the goal for Nox. Talk about carrying on momentum into the next game. It does go in favour for Nox this time.
Yeah, for the first time in 4 games in a row, they finally score first. And this could have been a great opportunity for Dogon to score and get the equalizer, but a demo denies that opportunity. Now another demo! Jax gets removed for all his efforts. Boss try to get it past Captain Quark. Loses at 50. Jax a little bit slow there on the challenge. Jazz drops it down. Equalizer in the first 30 seconds.
Well played there from Jazz. A great catch there. Gets a great challenge. Just a beautiful read as well. Gets the perfect touch. I think Flo probably would have had it covered anyway, but for Jazz, it's just pretty much all a solo play. Took the ball, took it round, and just said, you know what? Yeah, you can have a goal for a few seconds, but we'll take it back.
Yeah, but I think now is you're really gonna see, can Nox keep up with it? Can they keep bouncing back? Maybe score earlier than Dogon, so Dogon have to play the catch-up game the entire time. Or will it be a Dogon show? A bit of an awkward scenario here. Jax does get a clear. Jazz follows up, gets denied by Captain Quark. Jax, beautiful pop-up into the air. Can't follow up, but at least it's a little bit of a clear and a little bit of a breather for Nox here. SK, great opportunity. Quark follows up as well towards the backboard. Jax into the air, tries to drop down, does drop it down. Boss denies that. Immediate follow-up shot from SK, but is wide. And a couple great shots for Nox, but Dogon immediately on the counter.
Off the backboard, well cleared there, into Flo. Flo maybe looking for Jazz, will be intercepted though. Jazz now, looking for a pinch, looking to read this off the corner, no block will be found. Popped up by SK. Jax, maybe looking for a demo attempt here. SK, trying to put this one on net, will just fall wide, but it will be secured and saved by Jazz. Flo and SK not finding a touch. Boss now, looking for a reset, and almost taken away by Flo, but it will go into their own half after that challenge. Jax. Not going to find a pass, but it will fall back into SK. Maybe look for a read here off the backboard. Captain Quark following that one through. He's there to support his teammates, and that is what he gets, and it's well deserved to put them back in the lead.
Yeah, and they're in defense. They were all in the right positions to at least clear that ball, but if you don't have boost, then it's going to be a very difficult situation for you to even make it towards that ball. And then Captain Quark had more than enough to work with. Now, demo after kickoff. Equalizer within a couple seconds.
Dogon just doing a great job at responding to conceding. A kickoff goal. I don't know how many kickoff goals they've scored this series. Maybe someone could count it after the series. You know, there'll be someone who does that. There's some statistic nerds. Maybe they'll find that out. But either way, Dogon, a great job at responding to the goals that Nox put out. Maybe Flo look for another one for the lead. Boss now. Up into the corner, both players will miss it. Will be an opportunity for Captain Quark. Jazz with the interception, will be falling up, but Jax will clear this one away. SK maybe looking for another redirect goal. It will go on target, but it's not going to be a tough one for Boss. It's pretty much just straight to him. Approaching halfway through, and we really have a close game in our hands.
Yeah, you can definitely see that both teams are slowly getting on the same page. Dogon has been on that page a long time, and Nox slowly reading through the book and getting there. But it's very difficult here. Quick shot on target for Jazz. Goes underneath the crossbar. With a little bit of help from the far post. Will bounce back in. And it's Dogon in the lead.
What a touch by Flo. I mean, just to follow that one through and get that touch just pretty much set up the play. The touches from Flo in this series have been incredible, even from his teammates as well. Just playing great Rocket League so far. Just over 2 minutes left. Nox now, they've got to be the ones to find the response, not Dogon. So we'll see how that will hold up on their side. Flow up to the backboard. Will it be followed through? It will be slowly. Maybe look for a double here. Looking for it. We'll find this shot, and it goes in off the crossbar. A great pass from Flo. Beats 2 defenders. Then Boss Lassie looks for the double and beats the defender for it. I mean, just clap. Just well deserved.
A lot of just full control from Boss Lassie there. Just puts it past one. Knows Captain Quark is there. Doesn't hesitate. He just still goes for it. Knows perfectly what to do. Gets that goal. And now maybe a team play here for Nox will make something happen. Quark quick shot on target will be saved. SK towards Jax towards the net will be saved by Flo. 1:40 left on the clock. All eyes on Nox if they can force that game 6. Or if Dogon is gonna become the Cup champions.
Cup champions. I'm sure they like the sound of that, but they've still got a little bit of Rocket League to go if they want to take it here. Just wasting time taking the ball into the opposition's corner. Jax now. He knows that something needs to happen. Maybe look for a pass or a shot of his own into SK. SK with the shot! But what a save from Bossy just seconds before getting demoed. SK with another demo as well. Maybe trying to find some possession for his side. But they are now starting to build up some pressure. Jax trying to maybe look for an infield pass. No teammate will be found. It will just be the Dogon's defense. And for Dogon here, it's just a matter of running the clock down.
Yeah, and with 50 seconds, it's gonna be a fairly simple job for them to do it. Maybe SK now can at least get one more goal, drops it down. Jax trying to get a shot at target, makes it a little bit awkward for Jazz, but he takes control. Quark into the air, doesn't really make something happen. SK, big bang towards that Dogon side, but no follow-up. And now it's a little bit of an awkward situation here in midfield, and you can. Dogon, the only thing they have to do is now defend. Nox, they really have to do everything to even get an opportunity to make it. Checks towards the wall, maybe a redirect, tries to find SK as well. No luck, 10 seconds ticking down, and time is running out for Nox to win something. Okay.
Ooh, maybe. I'm not jinxing anything, not going to say anything, but 6 seconds left. SK's asked in chat, OT? Question mark? And Boston actually saying no. So we'll find out. Are Dogon going to allow an OT? Will we see it just end here within 3 seconds? We'll be up and Dogon's backboard. Floyd puts away to the sidewall. Captain Quark is set up perfectly for Jax. Jax keeps it alive. Ooh. SK has to keep the ball up, but he's awkward. I don't think he expected the ball to go backwards. And Dogon will be your RSC Cup champions.
Yeah, beautiful showing here. Game 1, bit hesitant from them, and then 4 games in a row, pure dominance.
Yeah, I don't know about you two, but that was my favourite game of the series by far. Both teams stepped up the game. It was less scrappy. I think a lot. They showed a lot more on defence. There was a lot more saves in that game as well. However, we can't look away from how scrappy the series actually was. I think both teams looked nervous at first. They both kept getting their own periods of momentum in the game. But there was times where I wanted to call Dogon's defence impenetrable, and then they just totally concede a really odd goal. But I think the main important thing was that both teams were having fun by the end. I mean, I was reading the chat during it, and they're both just trolling each other. So I think it was a good series all around. Nox weren't too far away, and maybe they could have shown something with the full roster. No disrespect to this person subbing up, though. I think they did really well. But how did you guys find it?
Yeah, I found the first and the last game definitely the most enjoyable. First game, because it was scrappy at first, and then Dogon just immediately answered back in that second half, and then you had just a complete turnaround after halftime in that game. And then, yeah, the other game 2, 3, and 4, kind of scrappy. Game 5, it was close the entire time. You really felt that they were fighting against each other. I kind of feel, silly now, because in between those games, I was just quickly putting on this. My beautiful sweater to represent, and then I saw the scoreline in the meantime. I was like, yeah, but I think one of us has the right jersey on.
Oh, well, that's me. Oh yeah, that was me. Well, congratulations to Dogon. Of course, there'll be the questions. Oh, what if Bowler was playing? Obviously, that's always going to be raised. But at the end of the day, that didn't happen. And you got to give credit to Jax. He came up into a Master Series, and it was a grand final of the RSC Cup series as well. So it's not just any Master team; it's one of the top Master teams as well. Nox literally fought all season long, top of their conference. So for Dogon to take down Dogon is not easy, because they were a top side. No, I can't even talk. A top table team. There we go. got the English eventually. So I just got to give efforts and credit to Jax for stepping up tonight as well.
Yeah, I think that's best to end on, because no one fell out of place in that series, and it felt like 2 playoff teams going at it. We must remember how these 2 teams finished, I think, top 4 in their respective playoffs. So Yeah, Drax did really well coming in. It's just I think Dogon were just a tad better on the night, and their defense was a lot better in the end. But a very, very scrappy series to end the season. But a highly enjoyable cup run, I think, from both teams and from the teams that were in previous rounds as well. I mean, it's been a successful trial, I think.
Yeah, I agree as well.
Yep, so just one-word agreements here. I think we're going to take a couple of minutes break before we move on to the actual RSCast Awards. We have got a lot to get through, so the sooner we get to break, the better. And we'll see you in a couple of minutes.
niggas on my dick. They say it hate me, but they pumping on my shit. Gotta get a bag, being broke don't make no sense. Yeah, I got them nuts, that's why I won't bit a lip. Yeah, head knock out on my rockstar shit. Whoa, just stop out, you ain't real like this. Head knock out on my rockstar shit. Just stop, oh, you ain't real like this. Got my name all up in their mouth, yeah, they like to talk. See me all up in their history, cause they like to stalk. You can't step up, little boy, you can't ride this ain't a toy. You sit up your active point, see right through, I can't ignore. Whoa, 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 shit get low, low, low. Niggas moving weird, I can't trust no more. I ain't moving fit, I just float over hoes. Oh, switching up like gears just to ride on this road. Tell me why these niggas on my dick. They say it hate me, but they pumping on my shit. Gotta get a bag, being broke don't make no sense. Yeah, I got them knots, that's why I won't bit a lip. Yeah, head knock out on my rockstar shit. Whoa, just stop out, you ain't real like this. Head knock out on my rockstar shit. Just stop, oh, you ain't real like this.
Tell me why these bitches on my dick and these niggas hate. I still would hit a lick, but got them knots like a fig. Yeah, bitch, I'm walking down with that hammer just like Triple H. I caught her up in traffic, phone her pull up just like Triple H. Like, whoa, 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 let that fofo go. This shit over, that boy sober, he won't no more smoke. Bitch, I'm riding with 2 sticks, but I don't roll no fucking boat. Like, yeah, I'm trying to get you fixed, but I'ma go for fucking broke. Yeah.
Tell me why these niggas on my dick. They say it hate me, but they pumping on my shit. Gotta get a bag, being broke don't make no sense. Yeah, I got them knots, that's why I won't bit a lip. Yeah, head knock out on my rockstar shit. Whoa, just stop out, you ain't real like this. Head knock out on my rockstar shit. Just stop, oh, you ain't real like this. Yeah, they like to talk, cause they like to stop. Little boy, ain't a toy.
I'm the storm that meets the moon. I'm the sun that will not move. Who you think you are? Who you think you
Welcome back, everyone, to the RSCast, and we're here now with the awards for the season. We've just seen the RSC Cup final with Dolgon taking it in a convincing 4-1 win versus Nox, but we will move on to what I think everyone's here for, is to boost their ego a little bit and see if they've won some awards here. So here to join me is someone who doesn't really win the awards in predictions on RSCast, but you might see later on whether he's done something in Buddha, and obviously it's Tavish, the GM for DSQ.
Yeah, I'm curious, Buddha, to see if you win any awards, because obviously I'm not winning because I'm not playing, but maybe you win one.
Nah. When you're sub, you're not really going to get much. Maybe the best sub award, but I don't think that's a thing. But the master recap. This is where we saw events, results. We saw things go down. I think to start off, we've got to start with the playing of the lower bracket for sure. I mean, Hades. I didn't get to watch this, but I'm pretty sure they didn't have a roster. Like, what happened here? Like, can someone fill me in for this?
Yeah, so before the game, obviously it came down to what happened in the Elite playoffs with 2 of their players spamming invites to the Elite team to try and get them to lose the grand final. Obviously, infractable punishments, and then it continued outside of stuff. So one of them ended up getting banned, and one is on a 4-game suspension. So Hades were allowed to sign one person. They weren't allowed to replace the other, because obviously just getting infracted should harm the play-in side of things. But getting banned, obviously, that isn't fair to the franchise. So they replaced the team with replaced Minty with Hugo. and then ended up sweeping Illusion, who at the start of the season were second in our caster power rankings for the conference. So Illusion did really well to get into the top 6 based on some people's opinions of the team. But they just fell hard here against Hades, who were very under strength, and it showed in the next series against Transcend.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, I casted that series between Hades and Illusion, and I think all of us, or most of us, predicted Illusion to actually do well in that series, and then Hades just stepped up and did everything else. So for them to sweep that, and then, well, they move on to Transcend, they lose that one. I think most of us predicted that as well, for at least Transcend to move on from that side.
Yeah, indeed. And into the next series, they didn't really manage to get off anything that they did in the previous series, because Transcend were all over them, and Transcend were the surprise outfit of this bracket, as we'll see as we go ahead. But Tavish, I don't know whether you said you'd seen the other play-ins. I know you didn't see playoffs, but did you see the Infinity and Phoenix games?
No, I sadly didn't see any of those matchups. I saw the Hades Illusion and the Transcend Hades, and that's it. The rest was... I'm completely talking here about what I heard from other teams.
Yeah, so buddy, you might have to carry us through this, because me and Tavish didn't actually manage to watch it. We were out enjoying ourselves for once. No Rocket League for us. I was at the pub. Tavish was with someone. So yeah, take it away.
Wow.
Ooh, someone sounds shady. I was with the family a lot.
I was at work, but I watched a few.
dear.
I watched
Okay.
Infinity's point of view. I was watching NC's stream point of view from his games. I mean, Infinity, they turned up really good. The vibes were there, the mentality was there. Whenever they started going down like 2 goals in the opening minute, or just losing a game really badly, they reclaimed themselves, they regained. So Infinity, they just really turned up. And as I mentioned a couple of times on the RSCast League play, they are kind of one of those underdog dark horse teams. They really proved that in this run. And Phoenix, why? You ruined my predictions, man. Like, why? Every time I'm seeing this, it's just pain. But I gotta give huge congrats for Infinity. They really showed and proved people wrong in this playoffs, as you'll see in the playoff bracket as well, alongside with Transcend.
Yeah, I'm just trying to go back to the caster predictions that we all made, and
I can say none of us predicted Infinity to make it through.
Nope.
yeah. So we're talking as Transcend being the surprise package, but we didn't actually have Infinity making it into playoffs anyway. So that tells you all you need to know about how we're not able to speak about it tonight. But going up to the upper bracket, Drogar just sailed through, and Dominion only just edged out Abyss in that game 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, IOV and Droga kind of expected, but Game 5 Dominion and Abyss, pretty good one. I'm sure that was a banger to watch, but obviously advancing into their bracket, Droga played Dogon, then Nox played Dominion. Definitely, of course, some good matchups, of course, because it's the upper bracket. Of course it is, but no Game 5s, no sweeps. We saw in other tiers that we saw either sweeps or Game 5s. Well, for the Master tier, they were just like, yeah, you can have a game, but we'll take the series. And then the other series are like, yeah, we'll take a game, but you can have it. But Nox taking theirs in a 3-1. Droga taking theirs in a 3-1 as well. The two teams that fought for first all season long in the Glaciers Conference, they remained superior in the upper bracket going into the upper final. But going into that lowers for the first round as well, Transcend, this is where they really started just showing themselves and proving to people how good of a team they actually were. I remember Rapids making a comment to me saying, people just haven't actually seen us play. People just really underestimated us. And I mean, that they really proved a lot of people, even just beating IOV. I believe that was a reverse sweep as well against IOV. So for Transcend, a huge series. And then Infinity starting with a 3-0 sweep onto Abyss. I mean, from that alone, you could tell the momentum really started going for them heading into their second round.
Yeah, my reasons for not predicting them to be far was that I heard through the grapevine that Mr. Squirm was subbing up for them, but that didn't seem to be the case. I think I got mixed up with him actually 1v1 in the whole Elite and Master tier for show matches, so I think that's where that lack of information came from. So transcend a huge credit to them just firing through this bracket. But as we predicted from the start, I think Drogar were just too strong for this. I know I predicted them finishing second to Nox, but Drogar, the first, I think, back-to-back champions.
I think so, yeah.
I have
Especially
no
with two of the same players as well. What, Peachy Boy and Monkey Bird.
Yeah, they've just come in and stormed RSC in the past couple of seasons, and I'm intrigued whether they managed to carry that into Premier. But there was some sides that weren't really on it this playoffs, Tavish. I mean, Dominion looked very shaky and went out early. Dogon, who we've just seen win the RSC Cup, I don't think they gave a great account of themselves in the playoffs as well. So yeah, it was a really topsy-turvy playoffs for some, but a great one for others.
Yeah, and obviously when we all made our predictions, I know Kingsman myself predicted Dogon to actually make it really far, but also Dominion and a roster like Phoenix actually to make it really far, and they fell out. Well, Phoenix really early, but Dominion Dogon also, they didn't manage to even edge out the top 4, which we kind of all expected them to have a very good shot at it. The only 2 teams that all of us predicted were gonna make it far were Draugr and Nox, because, well, like you said, they were both fighting for that number 1 seed in their conference, so you kind of expected them to go head-to-head in every scenario. But yeah, some upset results with some teams not making it through, and some predictable teams making it all the way till the end.
Yeah, and as we move on to the caster predictions, this is how it looks after 5 tiers. Obviously, Premier isn't over yet, but as you can see, Buddha's got quite a commanding lead so far. And as we go through the tiers, Buddha got 38th in Prospect. All 3 of us tied in Challenger with 28. In Rival was awful predictions by everyone. Kingsman got 15, Tavish got 13, Buddha got 12, and I got 19, and that's only because I predicted Meiji to get into the top 3. So, yeah, a really bad tier for Rival. And then in Elite, we've got Kingsman and Buddha drawn on 14, and Kingsman with 33 on Master. So Kingsman's managed to catch up a little. I think Buddha's commanding lead was a lot more going into Master.
I blame Phoenix.
But
my lead was like
it could all change with
crazy.
Premier. It could all change with Premier, but I know you did some tactical voting last time you predicted Buddha.
But for Premier,
I think you could win with whatever you went for. So, but yeah, here we go. I think this is my worst predictions so far in the 6 or 7 seasons that we've been doing this. So, a huge well done to you. Obviously, that's why I was saying that you might win something this time on the RSCast.
It's the only thing I can win.
But yeah, we'll move on to the clip of the season. Now, we've got 3 videos for here. We revamped it last season so that we had less than... so we didn't have to do clips for every single tier. It was getting a bit tedious. So we've got clip of the season for the whole league, clip of the season upper, which is Elite to Premier, and clip of the season lower, which is Prospect to Rival. So 8 clips for the first 2 and 12 clips for the goal of the season. So Source is going to run them. There's a channel that you can vote in with a straw poll and view the video on YouTube, which was scheduled for release at 7 PM. So you can watch them on YouTube as well. And yeah, get voting. And once we see the results at the end, we'll close them at the end of RSCast. And the command to see this in the Twitch chat is !COTS clip of the season. So yeah, run the video, Source.
I've been heading down a one-way street, can't turn around. You've been taking every part of me, now you know where to be found. You got me confused, a little off balance. Thought I knew you, but you got bad habits. I only see blue when I'm thinking about you, thinking about you. I'm feeling anxious and slowly breaking.
newborn at this point. Final minute dawns, 2-goal deficit. Difficult to beat. Over the top, overdrive. Are you kidding me? That's a double tap off the ceiling in Prospect.
Well,
That's not allowed. Past 2 players as well. Oh my goodness.
I know someone who's getting a promotion next split.
So damn tired of trying to understand why I still believe that what we have was ever meant to last. Guess you made a fool of me. You got me confused, a little off balance. Thought I knew you, but you got bad habits. I only see blue when I'm thinking about you, thinking about you. I know that I can't go on without you. It's hard, cause it took 5 years until I found you. Oh, I'm not gonna let you go. Oh, I'm gonna hold you close. It's hard, cause it took 5 years until I found you. We're just getting started, baby. I can't control myself lately. Oh, but you know that, and you know that, and you know that, and you know it. We're just getting started, baby. I'm not going anywhere cause I feel best right next to you. Move next to me and show me all the things you wanna do. Oh, I can't wait to try them all. Going around the world in on fancy cars. Look at all the stars. I can't believe this is true. It took 5 whole years to find you. We're just getting started, baby. I can't control myself lately. Oh, but you know that, and you know that, and you know that, and you know it. We're just getting started.
I'm trying to hide from the demons inside my mind. There's nowhere to go. No matter how hard I try, they show. I've tried a million different ways to leave. Oh my, why can't I not find the key? It's too dark, no one shows me how to see. No, I don't wanna fall too deep. 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 No, I don't wanna fall too deep.
Defense of newborn at this point. It's the final minute dawns, 2-goal deficit. Difficult to beat. Over the top, overdrive. Are you kidding me? That's a double tap off the ceiling in Prospect.
Well,
That's not allowed. Past 2 players as well. Oh my goodness.
I know someone who's getting a promotion next split.
'Cause every time when I try to run, it hurts. The way that it burns feels like I melt through the earth. I've tried a million different ways to leave. Oh my, why can't I not find the key? It's too dark. No one shows me how to see. No, I don't wanna fall too deep.
And we have it there, the 3 videos for Clip of the Season. Clip of the Season for RSC12, one for the lower tiers and one for the upper. Have you got any favourites from those guys?
Oh, there's so many.
I agree. Well, I've got honestly a little bit biased, I know, but I love Bola's shot against Draugr. But also one that's been sticking with me throughout the entire moment. Well, from the moment it happened, is just smashy with the. Well, it's not really a full pogo, but come on, it was
Backward
good.
pogo.
Yeah, and then in the lower half, GCI with the catch into a flipper set attempt and then just musty it towards the back of the net. Those really stood out for me.
A fun fact about GCI is he actually hit that in Rival, which is a tier above what he is in. So, all the more to that clip. But, Buddha, what are your favourites? I know there's a lot because obviously it's compressed from 9 weeks into 3 videos, but...
Well, the ones that just go into my head when I think about them is Overdrives, the only prospect player to make it within Clip of the Season, I believe. I mean, it's just a great goal on stream as well against Jabatas. That's a top table team. He iced up on stream just against a top table team. What are the other ones that come to my mind straight away? Sinksy had a pretty nice goal. Taking it from his own half, getting a reset, just getting it into the goal. Not like a scuffed roll in. It cleanly went in. And also Spartak's goal as well. I don't think that really got enough recognition from the chat. Spartak's got a quite nice goal as well. And there were so many more, but they're just the ones that come to my mind as of now.
Yeah, I like Spartax's and I have all season. I think it just gets devalued at the fact that people go, oh, that's Master anyway. Well, it was a triple tap. It's not easy to do. I wish Spodsy's was quicker. A psycho from his own half in the RSC Cup. I just wish it was that split second quicker because it really could have been up there. But I agree with Overdrive. We were talking about it in the break. We've seen Destiny and Ember, I think, or Destiny and another Master or Premier player do that in previous Clip of the Seasons, and a prospect did it on stream. So yeah, I hope that does well. But those 3 you can vote on. I'll put the command in the chat now. You just need... I can't type tonight, honestly. There we go. Exclamation point Clip of the Season, and then you'll be able to vote on all the links. I've mistyped that about 4 times already tonight.
Nice.
But yeah, you've got until the end of the stream, and then we'll announce a winner right at the very end once the polls are done. But we move on to the seasonal awards now. And first things first, we've got the small matter of playoffs to deal with. So, Tavish, Buddha, I'll let you take away the players of the playoffs.
Well, we're starting in prospect here. And like Ark said, we're playoffs first. MVP of the season, of the playoffs, will be the Crassus with 415.91 points, followed by Mario, DK, and Robo. Finisher will be White Pony with 1.27 goals. Mario, DK following up, so another second place for him. And Lolo, I'll call you Lolo. I've kind of mispronounced that name. I'm sorry. White Pony again is the MVP, is the striker with 45.16. Lolo following up, and JPEG behind there. Then from the Fearless franchise, Fearless Detach is going to be the playmaker with 1.08, with Tygo and Overdrive following up. And Crassus, again, a very good run here for the Sanctuary in prospect with Crassus 1.73 saves, followed by Tygo and then Robo again.
Whew. Great performances from the prospect tier, but up into Challenger, your MVP is going to be Borsveld with 399.73 points per game, almost breaching the 400 mark. Pogo and Blue Luke coming in second and third, but Blue Luke does get a gold medal on your finisher award with 1.11 goals per game. Maxi and Leon finishing up in second and third, but your striker is going to be Oliver from the Illusory franchise with 40.74% shooting accuracy. Blue Luke getting another award as well, followed by Maxi as well. But your playmaker is going to be Sammy Boy from the Eclipse roster, 0.95 assists per game. CJ and Maui getting their second and third. But your savior, Stingray, the GM himself, 2.11 saves per game. The champion of the tier, Pogo and Oliver will follow through with second and third as well. Those are your challenger players of the week for the playoffs.
Yeah, and then let's see if Rival can keep up the trend. MVP will be Cinzy, 481.80 points, followed by Gecko and Mox. Then Kaiser will be your finisher with 1.25, followed by Mox and Gecko. Kaiser again gonna be the striker of the playoffs with 48.39, followed by Mox, who is always showing in the top 3 so far. And then Axios in the third spot. The Peak Dig will be the playmaker with 0.92, followed by Langley and Singzy. And then Singzy again at the top with 2.06 saves per game, followed by Yuko and Snow. And that is the rival tier.
Moving up into the elite tier, Halo will be your MVP, one of the champions of the elite tier. 512.88 points per game, followed through by Swift Fox and Eagle Crane. But your finisher again is going to be Halo with 1.88 goals per game, almost getting 2 goals a game in the playoffs. Eagle Crane and Rollback Noodles with following through second and third. But your striker will be Dash from the Holder roster, 54.05% shooting accuracy. Pretty much 1 and 2 going in. Halo and Eevee following up on the top 3. But your playmaker is going to be Tank, another player from the winning roster with 1.13 assists per game. Hypnos and Sato coming up in the top 3. But your savior will be Shad with 2.33 saves per game. A brick wall. Swift Fox and Cram will be following up in the top 3 as well. But moving on to Master Tavish. Well, actually, yeah, sorry. My brain went.
You kind of threw me off there, but like you said, it's Master starting at the MVP. It's going to be SK with 479 points precisely, followed by Mimikol and DMI. Then Mimikol will be the finisher with 1.37, followed by NC and Jushu. Bola will be the striker with exactly 40%, followed by Semi and Mimikol. SK will be the playmaker with 1.14. NC in the second and Bossilesi in third. Sammy will be the savior with 2.22, and then SK will follow him, and Jarku will be the third spot for Master.
Oh. Well, congratulations to all of the players who got their awards for the playoffs, but the team of the week for the playoffs from the prospect tier, it's the one and only MM Overdrive, potential winner for maybe a clip of the season or for the lowers from the newborn roster, the champions. For the challenger tier, it's going to be Rambo from the Feather roster, your challenger champions representing the challenger tier. But for the rival champion roster representing the tier is going to be Kazir from the Tizok side, representing very proudly. But for your elite player to be representing the tier from the Tigris roster, it's the one and only Halo. Put up a huge performance on playoffs day, well deserved from him. But from the master tier, it is going to be Peachy Boy, one of the players to go back to back winning the tier alongside with Monkey Mode, and he will be representing the master tier from the Draugr roster. This is your team of the week from the playoffs.
Yep, some standout performances in the week. We haven't got to premiere yet, obviously, but we'll add to that graphic as and when we can get it. But going into the seasonal top 3 stats, Tavish, and some of the stats that Hunter RV put up is just no shock that he's here so far.
Yeah, you said it. And where we just had only for playoffs, now let's take a look at the entire season. And like I said, Hunter RV, this is twice in a row. First for your MVP with 487.91 points. Hyvis and George follow him up. Hunter RV back again with 1.78 in the as finisher, with Hyvis following up again, and Maro DK in third. Mudchuck will be the striker with 52.94%, followed by Logan and Buckets. Jonah Juicy will be your playmaker with 0.92, and Masters and ABZ follow him up. And then the savior will be Lucas, 2.35, with Lino and Kelly following.
Ooh, going up into the challenger tier, your MVP is going to be Dote with 479.46 points per game. Shiny and Leon will follow up through in the top 3, but your finisher is going to be Sam Dusk from the Orcus roster with 1.55 goals per game. Sasuke and Leon following in the top 3 as well. But your striker is going to make a second appearance, Sam Dusk, with 49.04% shooting accuracy. Lucas and Keith will follow through in the top 3, but your playmaker, Shiny, he got a bit of shine on the second medal, but this time he's got the gold with the playmaker. 1 assist per game, guaranteed to set up a goal in every individual game. Liquid and Sensor following through just so closely. But your savior for this season in Challenger is going to be Mezzo, supporting his side with 1.94 saves per game. Rox and Ronan following through as well in that top 3.
And then we're moving on towards rival. Cinzy with 75.17 points average will be the MVP, followed by Cal and Pile of Dodge. Alex will be the finisher with 1.29, followed by Fancy and Gecko. Bailey will be the striker with 38.79%. Again, followed by Fancy. Kaiser will take the 3rd spot there. The Peak Deke will be the playmaker with 0.89, followed by Cal and Sammy Boy, and Vibes will be your savior with 2.4, followed by Singzy and Stingray.
Oh, Stingray getting up on there in the rival tier. Well, going up to elite, Josh from the Holder roster with 436.32 points per game. Roll and Jenga Benga following through, but your finisher is going to be Roll. He gets a piece of gold after winning the trophy as well with 1.08 goals per game, tied with Detroit, and Aries just closely behind. But your striker, Detroit, gets some revenge. He gets a piece of gold with 39.39% shooting accuracy. He'll take the striker award. Echo and Shad falling just closely behind. But your playmaker from the Andrew roster, who made a little bit of a run in play-ins with 0.86 assists per game, is going to be Swift Fox. Echo and Edgy very, very close behind. But your savior, now, in Rival, he was saving everything, and he did it in Elite as well. Purple feature, 2.21 saves per game. Jenga Benga and Cram following through as well, closely in the top 3.
Yeah, and that was Elite. Now let's move on to Master. Their MVP will be Bola with 450.20 points on average, followed by Cabby and Milne. Cabby will be the finisher with 1.17, followed by Bola and Monkey Mode. Marvs will be your striker with 38.71%, followed by Drino and Harv. Bola again will take gold, is your playmaker with 1.10, followed by Danny Juice and Adri. And then Birchie will be your savior with 2.07, followed by Larson and Scrub.
Going up into the Premier tier, Pluvo will be your MVP. 453.08 points per game. Ols and AL in the top 3 as well. But your finisher, Trebler, with 1.18 goals per game. Smashy missing out by the slightest margin, alongside with Pluvo in 3rd. But your striker, yet again, he was scoring a lot and shooting on target a lot. 43.42% shooting accuracy. Trebler goes for the 2nd. Revo and Azza just closely behind for 2nd and 3rd. But your playmaker, Zamberg, with 1 assist per game, guaranteeing to help his team in every single moment. Ols and Pluvo 2nd and 3rd as well. Congratulations. But your savior for the Premier tier, DS Beastie, with 2.46 saves per game. Freddy and AL as well, also getting some good numbers as well. These are your Premier seasonal top 3 stats.
Some brilliant top stats this season. As we move on to the champions, and Tavish, I know you're raring to go there, so let's take away the champions.
Yeah, I thought we're just gonna continue with awards, but we're going straight into the champions. Why not? Prospect champions. Who else but Newborn from the Green Phoenix? They had a beautiful run there. Stingray, and then being GM, Sharky being a GM, and then the roster of MM Overdrive, Wolf, Specky, and Gav did a dominant run, and they are your RSC12 Prospect champions.
Going up into the Challenger roster, it's the same franchise, but some different players on the teams. Of course, the Prospects aren't playing the Challenger tier as well. They can't be that greedy, but the players Crimes, Yoshi, Stingray himself, Rambo, and Sasuke winning the Challenger tier. Congratulations to them. Also, of course, Stingray and Sharky, the management, getting another trophy under the franchise for Prospect and Challenger. So huge congratulations for the Challenger roster taking a trophy as well.
Yeah, and then we move on to Rival. Well, Green Phoenix wasn't there in the playoffs, but there was one other franchise, Azteca. They are your rival champions. The Tizok roster consisting of Snow, Moth, Kaiser, and Sai. They won it all with Robin being the GM. Snow not only playing, but also being the AGM of the entire franchise. Congratulations in Rival Champions.
Going into the elite tier, your elite champions was the Tigris roster. They were consistent all season long. They showed up in playoffs, and the roster to win it all was Rollback Noodles, Halo, KZ, and Tank, alongside with their management at Panthera Esports, Big Chebs and Mox. So congratulations to all the players on the roster, and of course the management team over at the franchise. I'm sure they are very proud to get a trophy as well under the franchise. So huge congratulations to all the players and management at Panthera.
And then we move on to Master, the playoff that happened most recently. The champions, obviously, we all know them, Valkyrie Knights. It's the Draugr roster consisting of Peachy Boy, Ish, Charm, and Monkey Mode. With now Peachy Boy and Monkey Mode being the two-time champions, if I say correctly, also in a row. Massive congratulations to them, and also to Kingsman as GM and Peachy Boy being the AGM. Massive congratulations to the Draugr roster.
And of course, as we just saw the series tonight, the RSC Cup champions. Everyone had the chance to fight through, but the only team who went all the way and took the final series, it was the Dogon roster. They got some revenge after playoffs, but they got a trophy in the end. The roster containing a Flow, Bossy Lassie, Jazz, and a Wix. Congratulations for taking something away this season. And there is the cup. And of course, the management team over at Shaman Esports, Cynics the GM and Flo the AGM. He's like, yeah, I can play and I can manage, doing a bit of both. So congratulations to the Dogon roster.
Yeah, and that sums up the champions. We move on to one show match that people want to be a part of, and that is All Stars, but with a little bit of a twist this season. It is the battle of the conferences. So we've had a bit of a change of the top 10 All-Stars. So now it's 5 players from each conference. However, if there is a big determination in someone's stats compared to the other conference, they will get the final sub spot on the opposite roster, even if their points per game is a lot higher of the other person. So there are a couple of tiers where a 6th person from a conference did deserve to be in there rather than the 5th one in the other conference. But all 10 players still get the role. It'll be 3v3 with the conferences and then 2 subs from each conference unless otherwise determined. And yeah, we hope this puts a bit of a different spin and edge on the show match, because I know people have been asking for a little bit of a change with it. So take it away, Tavish.
Yeah, and well, All-Stars with a twist. Why not? We start with your All-Stars for Prospect, and then for the Glaciers Conference, it's gonna be Hunter, RV, Hyvis, Maro, DK with the subs of JPEG and Deadeye, and then they're gonna be facing off against the players from the Ignis Conference, MM Overdrive, Melty Crispy, George FC with their subs, the Deadly Dom, and I'm still not gonna pronounce the name correctly, so please, I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna call you
Onesie here, I think it is. But one rule that I didn't mention is that if someone does have a series ban or has been banned or infracted for this, they will only get the sub role, so they're not allowed to play in the show match. So if you're currently serving a series ban, then you'll be on the subs list pretty much.
Naughty, naughty, naughty. But onto the Challenger tier. Representing the Glacies side, it's going to be Dote from Apprentices, Rox from Mischief, and Azza from the Disorder roster. That'll be your main roster heading into it. And the subs for the Glacies conference will be Sensor and Borsville. So if they get some game time, you could expect a masterclass. But for the Ignis Conference, a player from the champion squad. We're going to see Sasuke from the Feather roster. We're going to see Shiny coming from the Crusaders team. And also we're going to see Kieran from the Elves roster, who showed up really well, subbing up into the Rivals play-ins, I believe, as well. So that's going to be a very exciting matchup. But these substitutes for the Ignis Conference will be Stingray and Sammy Boy. So we could potentially maybe see two of the players from the winning roster face up against some top players from the Glaciers side. I'm definitely going to be looking forward to the Challenger one.
And then moving on towards Rival for the Glaciers Conference is going to be Pile of Dodge, Langy and Dexy as the main roster, with Gecko and Spacey as the subs for that team. And then they're going to be facing off against Singzi, Cal, and Kazir as the main roster for the Ignis Conference, with their subs Lukavos and Mox.
Ooh, up onto the elite tier. First of all, starting off with the Glaciers Conference, we've got two players from the same roster. We have Edgy from the Temple side and Wolfie coming from the Temple side as well. And also Ethereal, my carry, my goat from the Fearless Bravo roster. The substitutes as well, 385 MS and Jowett. They'll be ready to go if needed. But representing the Ignis Conference, one of the players from the winning team is going to be Rollback Noodles from the Tigris roster. We're also going to see another duo from another roster. We're going to see Josh and Bondab coming from the Holder side. Maybe they can look for some revenge from the playoffs. But the substitutes for the Ignis Conference will be Form and Eagle Crane. Elite All-Stars, and there it is, going on to Master Tavish.
Yeah, moving towards Master, starting in with the Glaciers roster, it's going to be Jazz, Panda, Milne as the main roster, with Tommy D and Harvey as the subs. And then for the Ignis Conference, two players from the same team. It's going to be Bola and SK, together with Monkey Mode as the main roster, and Charm and Sunny, who are going to be the subs.
Onto the Premier tier. Well, we got two of the Team Hosky boys representing Glaciers. We've got Pluvo and Smashy alongside with Emil Vlad from the Symbiote roster, a strong Glaciers roster. But the substitutes are ready to go as well. Trebler and Youngstar will be on the subs bench just in case. But for the Ignis Conference, we're going to see Rico from the RQS Esports side, Ols from Centurions, and also AL from the Shaman Esports roster. So definitely going to be a great series to watch to see if they can take down a little duo from the Hosky side. But on the bench, also ready to go, it's going to be Azza and Led. Very strong players if they are needed to be on the pitch. But those are your Premier All-Stars for Season 12.
Yeah, and at the end of All Stars, we move on to the most controversial one, but one that will boost people's egos a whole lot more than just being an All Star show match, is the player of the season and franchise of the season. And first up, Tavish, it's that man again.
Oh, it's that man again. Okay. I want to say I know who it is, but no, I'm no. It's Hunter Arvey from Serene Taisha. Will be the prospect player of the season. Come on, just look at those stats. 68 games played, over 30,000 points, MVPs too many, goals 121, and he can not only score, he can also save 75 saves to his name, and 19 hat-tricks with his number of goals, 8 times his savior, and just a win rate of 75%. No reason that Hunter RV couldn't be your prospect player of the season.
It is an all-time record, just to mention as well, 121 goals. No one has ever beat that. Wow. I think the record was 110.
Well, double congrats to Hunter Arvida, not only for becoming that player of the season, but beating the record, and definitely as a prospect player, that's even better to do it.
Well, we go to the Challenger player of the season. Here it is. Who's it going to be? 67 games, on the stats, but the player of the season for the challenge tier from the Feather roster is going to be Sasuke. Congratulations, winning a trophy and player of the season. Under 30,000 points, but 25 MVPs, 95 goals with 55 assists, alongside with his 64 saves. A lot of shooting power as well, with a 78% win rate, 10 hat tricks, 5 playmakers, and 3 saviors. A very solid team player, alongside with, some good individual stats. The reason why he stat padded a bit. But congratulations to Sasuke for Challenger Player of the Season.
And then moving towards Rival, who's that player? Let's see. He played 61 games, under 25,000 points, 27 MVPs, 67 goals, and obviously it's from the winning roster. It's Kaiser from the Tizark roster. He did not do much of scoring, but he did do a lot of saving. 96 saves with, a win rate of 66%, still pretty solid. 6 hat-tricks, 1 playmaker, and obviously 13 saviors. He will be your Rival Player of the Season.
Yeah, 61 games, didn't even play the full 72 with 27 MVPs, which is all the more impressive since this roster was a rotational one. But Kazir came up from Challenger, losing finalists last season as well. So there was the possibility of giving it to someone else in the tier who did really well. Obviously, he's been called out as Sinksy in the chat, but Kazir, with winning and coming up a tier and being a rotational roster with 27 MVPs, it was only one choice.
One choice, and it was given. But onto the elite tier for your player of the season. 60 games with just over 25,000 points, 22 MVPs, matching 96 saves. Tigris roster, it's the one and only Rollback Noodles. I'm sure some of you may have guessed it just from his beautiful, unique car. But Roll, congratulations to player of the season. 5 hat tricks, a playmaker as well in there with 14 saviors. Very good shooting win rate as well. But 96 saves, just mirroring some save stats from previous player of the seasons in the other tiers. But congratulations to Roll for player of the season for season 12 Elite.
Yeah, you wouldn't really think this either. Like, no offense to Roll, he's been here for seasons. He's never really been a standout player for stats. And this season, he's just took it by storm. Obviously 60 games, so he didn't even play the full 72, but he still managed to keep up a 418 score per minute, a huge 555 FL points, which was I think the top 4 in the tier, and obviously winning the tier as well. I've never seen Roll in this position, and it's an honour to just give it him as well. I've really enjoyed picking the players of the season with the stats team this season.
Wow, so double congrats to Roll. Even from the head admin just saying congrats. But now moving on to Master Tier. A lot of stats here. It's gonna be from the Nox roster. It's gonna be Bola with 56 games played. 59. Wow, I cannot read anymore. I was just amazed. But just above 5,000 points, 18 MVPs, 66 goals, 97 saves. Win rate of 73%, 5 hat-tricks, 7 playmakers, and 13 saviors. Again, one of the players of the season that just does a lot of savior work, but he will be your master player of the season.
Yeah, again, someone who isn't really come to mind, but when you see his stats, they were insane. The fact that he's 1785 CMV in RSC, he's never really stood out in previous seasons. But this season, he's just took it by storm. He got 700 FL points. He got a league score of 96, which was a whole 7 above the winner, who could have also got this in monkey mode. His score per game was 450, which was the highest in the tier. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And again, someone I didn't really see getting it at the start of the season. Which is why it's a pleasure for me to announce Rollback Noodles for Elite and Bowler for Master.
Oh, congratulations. But Franchise of the season. It's time to see who takes it. Will it be a new franchise? Will it be someone who's been here, who's not had it? 203 wins, 2-tier wins, came second in the standings. Green Phoenix with a Panthera logo. But congratulations, especially to Stingray and Sharky. Congratulations to Green Phoenix winning Prospect and Challenger, and of course making a great Master run as well. It's just well deserved for the franchise, to the management, to the players, everyone within the franchise. A huge congratulations. This is an award I really wanted, so I know this must be a great feeling, but just look at the stats. The teams really did perform, so it's just well deserved.
That's why you should check videos before you put them out. But it got sent to me an hour before the stream, so we'll get that fixed for Green Phoenix. Obviously, we have got a still graphic as well. But yeah, huge congratulations to them. I mean, you could have said that this was over within the first 2 playoffs, but then Panthera went and won Elite, so it was very, very close. And if Panthera ended up winning any other tier, then possibly we might have. But unfortunately, we don't really count Premier towards it. So obviously, Green Phoenix win 2 tiers, and consistency with the past as well of other teams winning twice. I think Ignite have done it. I think Fort Templar have done it. So joining in a select list of elite management here. I think that is it for the awards. I think we just need to announce the clip of the season results now. So we'll let Source run the lower clip of the season, and then we'll announce the winner for that one first.
I've been heading down a one-way street, can't turn around. You've been taking every part of me, now you know where to be found. You got me confused, a little off balance, thought I knew you, but you got bad habits. I only see blue when I'm thinking about you, thinking about you. I'm feeling anxious and slowly breaking. Give you my heart, but you keep my waiting. Searching for answers, no explanation. You make love so complicated. I'm feeling anxious and slowly
One at this point, as the final minute dawns, a 2-goal deficit. Difficult to beat. Over the top, overdrive. Are you kidding me? That's a double tap off the ceiling in Prospect.
Well,
That's not a laugh. Past 2 players as well. Oh my goodness.
I know someone who's getting a promotion next split.
you make love so complicated. Before I knew you, you make love so complicated. I give you my heart. You make love so complicated. So damn tired of trying to understand why I still believe that what we have was ever meant to last.
So then, clip of the season lower, and we do have a very large winner here. And Tavish, do you want to explain who has won the award?
Well, it's gonna be the person that I already said the clip already took my eye, and come on, it's gonna be the player that went up 1 tier to go for a flip reset, then into a musty, then towards the back of the net. It is going to be GCI, who is gonna take the clip of the week for the lower side of the tiers.
Yep, clip of the season, I will correct. It's a much bigger achievement than the weekly one. But yeah, Buddha, we move on to clip of the season upper, and we will discuss the winner once Source has played the video again.
I know that I can't go on without you. It's hard, cause it took 5 years until I found you. Oh, I'm not gonna let you go. Oh, I'm not going anywhere cause I feel best right next to you. Move next to me and show me all the things you wanna do. Oh, I can't wait to try them all. Going around the world in our fancy cars. Look at all the stars. I can't believe this is true. It took 5 whole years to find you. We're just getting started, baby. I broke control myself lately. Oh, but you know that, you know that, you
Hey, so that is your clip of the week. Clip of the week. Tavish has got me saying it now.
Yes!
Clip of the season, Upper. It's getting late. I need food. That's all I'm thinking of right now. But yeah,
Sure you
clip of
will.
the season, Upper Buddha. We do have a winner, and it's quite another convincing one. Do you want to explain who's won?
We do have a winner. Second place with 6 votes. First place with 15. So just over double the votes. But your clip of the season, representing the master tier with a corner double just edging from near the post. It's the one and only from the roster who made a run to the lower final. From the Transcend roster, it's the one and only Rapids. So congratulations, Rapids, for winning clip of the season in season 12 for the upper tiers.
Yeah, and we don't really see it too often, but we'll see in a minute whether it has happened this season. We don't really see someone from the upper or lower winners winning the actual clip of the season. Don't ask me why, it's a bit weird. If you win one tier, like, why don't you win the main one? However, Source, run the overall clip of the season, and then we'll discuss the winner when we get back.
I'm trying to hide from the demons inside my mind. There's nowhere to go. No matter how hard I try, they show. I've tried a million different ways to leave. Oh my, why can't I not find the key? It's too dark, no one shows me how to see. No, I don't wanna fall too deep. 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 No, I don't wanna fall too deep.
Defense of Newborn at this point. It's the final minute dawns, 2-goal deficit. Difficult to beat. Over the top, overdrive. Are you kidding me? That's a double tap off the ceiling in Prospect.
Well,
That's not a lap. Past 2 players as well. Oh my goodness.
I know someone who's getting a promotion next split.
'Cause every time when I try to run, it hurts. The way that it burns feels like I melt through the earth. I've tried a million different ways to leave. Oh my, why can't I not find the key? It's too dark. No one shows me how to see. No, I don't wanna fall too deep. No, I don't wanna fall too deep. No, I don't wanna fall too deep. No, I don't wanna fall too deep.
And there we have it. That's our final clip of the season video. Not clip of the week, clip of the season. But we have to discuss the winner, Tavish, Buddha. Which is your favourite from this one? Because I know you've got conflicting opinions, I think. And who has won?
Buddha, you can go first.
Okay, so for me, I mean, GCIs is really good. Rapids is really good. There's others. There's obviously the newborn player Overdrive. I think I would have just edged to Rapids. So I know he's been grinding. So I know it's a great goal. It's a great goal for him. But I'll just edge to Rapids for the controversies, Havish.
For controversy, okay. Well, you know, we had GCI winning in the lower side. We had Rapids winning in the upper side. I just want to see someone else winning. So, you know, I still think Smashy's goal is pretty insane. But just to go against you, I'm just going to lean, well, either Smashy or GCI. Just, you know, to not vote with you.
No,
Okay, so
appreciate it.
we do have different opinions. I liked Overdrives, but unfortunately it's not done very well on goal of the season. I think the skill to do that in Prospect, when we've seen literal Masters and Premiers do it in past seasons, is ridiculous. However, all three names that you mentioned are in the top three, and it is the first time I think that we may have someone who's won upper or lower actually win the whole thing. So in third place we've got Smashy. In second place we've got Rapids with 9 votes, and at the top we have GCI NPC with 10 votes. So GCI has won your clip of the season for the whole of the RSC. And obviously, like we said earlier, he's done that as a challenger player while playing in the rival tier, subbing up, which makes it all the more impressive. And personally, I've not really seen skill like that from a challenger player in a game. So, huge credit to him.
Yeah, GCR, congrats. First of all, making, I think you even made that clip, made clip of the week as well. Then lower season, clip of the season winner, and now, well, clip of the entire season winner. So even above not Prospect, Premier and Master players. Just nothing else to say. Just massive congratulations.
Yeah, someone's just asked in the chat. Oh, sorry, but go on.
So I was just going to say, I echo the congratulations, and also just to everyone else who made it, you know, to be the competitors for it. So just congratulations to everyone, and also to the individual winners for lower, upper, and overall.
Yeah, we can't do this without you. You submit all the clips to us. We don't go searching for them. So on the spreadsheet all season, we've got like hundreds of clips. So it takes us a long time each week to sort through them, to do montages, to do what we're doing now. I've personally been awake for 2 of the last 3 nights doing all these graphics. So yeah, it's been a long haul. But yeah, you will get a role in the Discord for these achievements as well. So don't go away all empty-handed. But we're doing something new this season to try and inspire our staff and try and give them some recognition and awards for what they've done through the season. Obviously, it is a voluntary position doing this job. A lot of us do it without any, recognition, feedback. So it's good to see that we've started something to appreciate our staff other than just a ping at the end of the season. So, Source, if you'd like to start running through the staff awards, and Tavish and Buddha, I'll let you take it away.
Well, Buddha, this might actually be something you can win an award in, so... But we're starting with Application Staff MVP. It's gonna be Morakonda. He's been working a lot to make sure all the applications are processed perfectly without any issues. Make sure everything is run on time. Obviously, congratulations. And like Ark said, it's a full-time position. We all do it. But you definitely deserve the spotlight as the Application Staff MVP.
Congratulations. I'll be honest, I don't think I'm winning a staff award either. But your broadcaster staff MVP, look at him go. franchise of the season, wins a tier himself, and also a staff winning position as well. Stingray, your MVP for the broadcaster staff. Well, congratulations to Stingray getting those streams out for you. Obviously, thanks to all the other broadcasters as well. But Stingray will be taking away this award for this season as your broadcaster staff MVP.
Yeah, a huge thank you to the broadcasters this season, because you have took a lot of pressure off Source this season. We've had Kendo, Stingray, and a few others join that have took the pressure off, so it's been great to get the streams out. Obviously, we were struggling at first this season, so...
Then moving on to caster staff MVP, it's Sir Pegasus. He recently joined RSC12 and he's been casting throughout the playoffs a lot, and now he is going to be that MVP. Massive congratulations.
Yeah, just a quick one on this one. Pegasus was completely new to casting. He just saw that I was asking for casters to join. He put himself right in the mix from the very get-go, from like week 5, and ended up on like the top 5 casting people for the amounts of times that he's done it. He's read for a manual that I've put forward for casters to get used to. He's been asked DMing for tips. He's been looking at Danny Boy and Spooks for tips. He's really took this seriously, and he's been a great addition. And even when we've had radio coverage, when the streams have gone down, he's provided entertainment to the watchers. So,
but very, very big congratulations for your development staff MVP. We're gonna have 2 people. I don't know the reason, but maybe they just both did so much work that they both deserve it. It's going to be Nelag and Andre. Andre, still with the same profile picture. I don't think we'll ever see it changed, unfortunately. But huge congratulations to both of the people for getting this. Obviously, helping out in the back end, developing for the RSC. Obviously, there's so much work that goes behind the scenes that you players just don't get to see. So just give your huge appreciation to these people. And of course, for Andre and Nelag. If I pronounce it wrong, I'm ever so sorry. But congratulations and thank you for all the work.
yeah, Nelag is the one who does the web app for the sign-ups and stuff, and creates the player data sheets and makes sure all the coding goes into that, and the transactions and the bots that run. So obviously we merged with the RS, and it's took a lot of work to try and get RSC forced into the web app and everything connecting. So Nelag's done a lot of work with that, and Andre's took over all Friday's sheets and just started getting them out there a lot sooner and a lot quicker, making changes so that all the pressure isn't on Friday. So they've pretty much ran the development committee this season, and there's much more to come from us and them in the future.
Well, then we move on to the events staff MVP, and now we have 2 MVPs here, Anima and Neuronix, both making sure that all the mini games, the events that RSC is hosting, we couldn't have done it without Anima and Neuronix just helping out. And well, if you ever see a ping in the events channel for a franchise warfare, it's most likely Anima just adding you to make sure you participate, and that's also the reason why he got that MVP. So massive congratulations to you both.
Yeah, you've summed it up perfectly. We literally couldn't have done events this season without them. All the sponsors and the events that I bring in, they've ran them perfectly. And obviously Source helping in the background with streaming as well. Can't forget to mention there. But Anima and Neuronix have ran the Huntats franchise warfare, helped in the background of the monthlies. So we literally couldn't separate them in this one. And just going back to Moriconda as well, at the start of this season, she processed about 400, 500 applications. So that's why she won the applications one. So a huge credit to those.
Going on to the game admin staff MVP, it's your one and only Serenity. A lot of you will know about the player and the person himself, but Serenity doing a lot with the game admin work. Always seen him a lot helping about within the playoffs, especially getting those game streams for people that wanted to watch them as well, just within around Discord or on Twitch. So Serenity, congratulations and thank you for all of the hard work and effort you put in for the game admin staff team. And just, congratulations. And yet again, thank you very much.
Yeah, Serenity's literally carried this committee on his back season, was shown what to do and just got on with it. All the fixtures that you see coming out in the channels, that all the pings that come out when you're late scheduling games, staying up to sort the games that haven't been scheduled, that's all been down to Serenity. A select few others have helped out as well. But Serenity has literally took that committee head role very, very seriously, and it's why he's worked his way up into admin as well.
And then we're moving on to the media staff MVP. It's gonna be Cezon. He made it possible to get all the images for everything that we post, just collected together and everything delivered on time. So massive congratulations to you, Cezon, for making it possible and getting the media staff MVP.
Yeah, Cezon has unfortunately stepped down now, and it was fitting to give him this just as he did, because he's gone to military service for a year. I hope to see him back. He was a really good media member, and he always did graphics or helped out whenever I needed it. So also adapted quite a few logos this season to get some franchises in. So big kudos to Cezon, and stay safe, obviously.
Moving on to the mini game staff MVP. We're going to have two people because we can, and we can do that. It's going to be Friday and Andre. They're both people that you all know. Andre he's not a Discord bot with his logo. That is a genuine person. Andre always doing a lot of work within the RSC, especially with the mini games as well, alongside with Friday, who obviously people do know as a community member as well, just doing a lot for us in RSC and just helping out and about. So a huge thank you, and obviously congrats for Friday and Andre helping out and just getting this award for the mini game staff MVP.
Yeah, smallest committee in RSC, but does take up a lot of work, and this literally wouldn't happen without these two running it. So, yeah, the fact that he's playing mini games right now in Fantasy and Predictions League is because of these two.
Mm-hmm.
Then moving on to the moderator staff MVP, it's gonna be the one and only Robin taking the title. He's been doing a lot of, moderation stuff. There's no other way to describe it here. I think Ark has a little bit more details on what he exactly does. But Robin, congratulations in getting that MVP.
Yeah, he's took the committee head role just after becoming a moderator as well, and showing that he could do the job really well. He's been a really good leader, always getting instructions and mod votes out and making it clear and concise for people. So yeah, he's took on the role really well, and is one of the most active ones as well.
Moving on to your social media staff MVP. Happy chat profile picture right there. Oldham Steve, congratulations and thank you for all of the work you've done. Make sure the social media is up to date, getting that content out for the people elsewhere, not just on the Twitch, just for the streams, just making sure that people can keep up to date and just see what's going on within the RSC out on our other platforms. Also, a little plug, make sure you check RSC EU and all other platforms as well to keep up to date with other things. But thank you to Oldham Steve, and congratulations for this MVP award.
Yep, Steve's the only person really currently helping me on socials at the minute. I do all the posting on Twitter and Instagram, but Steve does all this uploading the Twitch VODs, uploading the YouTube, doing the TikTok. So he makes all the videos, and at one point he didn't know how to do any of this. He just came on board to learn things, and he's gradually worked his way up from moving from one platform to the other, and now gone to admin as well. So his progression in video making has come a long way, and he's still learning.
And then we're moving on to the stats committee. MVP will be the one and only Mox. He will, the person that updates all the stats, make sure that, what all players like to kind of ego boost over is how good your stats are. Well, Mox is one of the persons that makes sure that everything is running. So congratulations in becoming the stats staff MVP.
Yep, this was extremely close between Mox and Stingray, but seeing as Stingray won the streaming one, we gave Mox this one. They both did over 350 stats each this season. That's processing ball chasing replays through the automation scraper that we've got. So Mox has just gone from strength to strength since showing that he could take on the role of committee head with Big Chebs. So congratulations to Mox, and a big thank you from us.
Moving on to the transactions staff MVP, to make sure that your roster changes or falling into the Fallen Angels get done on time and get processed without waiting a long time. Well, one of the main people why that happens so quickly is because of Sync-C. Always about checking, make sure transactions are getting done on time, ready for your games as well, just so you have your tag roll for your teams. But Sync-C, congratulations and thank you for helping out a lot within the transactions committee to make sure that the players and franchises are kept up to date with their rosters and with the fellow Fallen Angels who did not finalise with a roster. But thank you and congratulations.
Yeah, thanks to Sync-C. It's been a bit of period of change in transactions. We've lost some valued members, and Sync-C came in and just basically took transactions to his own. He did hundreds from when he joined, so transactions hasn't been behind as much as it used to be. So thank you for that. And as you can see, that's all the staff MVPs analysed, but we do have one final one, which is the most improved members of staff.
Most improved staff members, and Old Hamsty is going to be your gold medalist there. Singsley on second, Kingsman Guess on third, and well, the way Ark described Hamsty just moving up the tiers, moving up from platform to platform, there's no surprise that he won this one.
Yeah, so this wasn't really who did the most, it was who's took skills and learnt and done the most and changed behaviour as well. So Kingsman was a little argumentative at times last season, but I think he's matured a lot. He's done a lot of casting for us. He's done 2 grand finals this season, and he's gone from strength to strength in GMing as well. I think he's got 2 consecutive top 5 finishes or top 6 as well. So doing a really good job there. But Sync-C is someone who's really changed his behaviour since joining staff. He did have infractions and we took a chance on him. He's really changed the way he speaks to people and conducts himself within the server. And when he took on the roles, he did a quality job as well. And like I said, he did hundreds of transactions this season. But the biggest one for just natural progression, coming in and not really knowing what to do or how to do it and just asking questions to learn. And he's now going into like proper video editing and stuff, just only from joining TikTok, is Steve. Obviously, he has the disadvantage of having dyslexia as well, so that's really impressive that he's managed to do this while dealing with that. And obviously, he struggles sometimes with stuff that staff types, but he's really, really communicating and taking on roles really well. And obviously, that's what's got him to being voted as admin as well. Everyone voted for him, and his interview was great. So, congratulations, Steve.
Yeah, I mean, just thank you, everyone. Congratulations all. Of course, if you're a staff member and you didn't get an award, it's still a massive thank you to you all. Obviously, you all helped the league run behind the scenes. But obviously, as we said earlier, this is just to really value and award for the staff members that put in that extra time, their own time to volunteer within this league. So obviously, just again, congratulations and a massive thank you to all the MVPs in every staff department and just all the other staff who help out and just help the league run of how it's run. And just I look forward to see you all run the league in season 13 and just go better, bigger, and just better as we go on. It always goes better, but just thank you again.
Yeah, I have to second that. Thank you to all members of staff. We don't want to leave anyone out. This is just to show who we think has improved and done the best in their committees this season. We couldn't run the league without you. Obviously, it's all voluntary, and we're pleased and proud that you choose to do this with us. RSC's grown and grown ever since season 5. We only had 89 players. We hit the 900 plus mark this season. I think it was 950 in total at the start of the season with PFAs and stuff like that. So record sign-ups 7 out of 8 seasons, and we're only just starting, really. I mean, this big things coming. I've got 2 things to announce on Sunday, so stay tuned for that after Premier playoffs. Obviously, a bit disappointed with the fact that we had to push things back a week, and obviously Premier Playoffs ends on Sunday. Then sign-ups got pushed back a week, so they open on Monday along with GM applications. So don't forget to send them in if you want a franchise in the server. Again, the 2 announcements that we've got on Sunday will be after the Premier Playoffs. Obviously, you usually know what the end of season announcements are. We might see sponsors go, we might see sponsors come. But yeah, definitely worth staying tuned for it. I think we just start out by playing the merch videos and the Rule 1 trailer and a bit of a see out of where we started at the beginning of the season with Rule 1, and obviously with them leaving, a huge thank you to them. It's been amazing. Like, I could literally stop running this league and be amazed by the fact that I got like Sunless Khan and Rule 1 and Incivic to sponsor this league. Like, it's literally been a dream. So, I mean, thank you for the last few months, and hopefully see them in Dusseldorf as well. Obviously, a lot of our staff will be gone next week, so if we do open sign-ups, a lot of people will be at Worlds, so we won't really be around for that. It's off-season anyway, so I think we deserve a little bit of a break. But Tavish, Buddha, thank you for being here tonight. Have you got any closing words before Saw starts rolling out the videos before we finish?
Well, for me, it is obviously congratulations to everyone on all the awards, all the staff on getting the MVPs. Huge thank you, well, to you, Ark, Buddha, Kingsman, you're not here, but also to you and to Sals for giving me the opportunity to host RSCast here most of the time. Hoping to be back next season as well, since I do enjoy being here. And well, I want to say every Monday, but now it's on a Wednesday. And besides that, I'm excited for Premier Playoffs. Let's see who wins. Maybe I could still win our predictions, but don't think so. And excited for next season.
No merits. I'm not dabbing. It's nearly the end of 2023, but I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who always comes on the RSCast. I see I've now been around here for a few seasons on RSCast. It's been a blast, honestly. I enjoy just coming here every Monday with a little chit chat, a little bit of a laugh, bit of banter, with a little digs here and there within the cast here. But just a massive thank you mostly to everyone in the league, whether you're a staff member, a player, or just within the management department of your franchises. Just thank you to everyone. You are the reason the league runs and the reason why it's competitive. Always putting out your heart on in the competition within your games and playoffs. So just thank you and congratulations to everyone with the awards that they got, whether it be player or staff, and of course a big thank you for everyone else within the staff as well for helping the league, and obviously with all the sponsors as well to just bring in RSC bigger and better season by season. So it's just a big thank you from me.
Yeah, and on that note, I'll leave Source to play out the videos, and a huge thank you to obviously Source for producing this and being admin all season along with Friday, Axlos, Lanners, who are departing now. So thank you to them for the 2 seasons service, but being welcomed in with Serenity, Oldham, Steve, obviously Appy and the other ERS admins as well. Sorry if I missed someone, but yeah, a huge thank you and good night. we meet in a year of uncertainty, economic downturn and recession. No man can fully grasp how far we have come. Some would have us stay where we are a little longer. Not today, my friends.
This just in, we are coming to you live with breaking news from the RSC launchpad, where scientists currently preparing to send the RSC rocket into space suddenly received a mysterious signal from an unknown sender on the moon, leaving experts baffled as to who or what may be sending these messages. But whoever the culprit may be, we suspect that whatever is to come of it will be completely out of this world.
Why, some say, why the moon? Why choose this as our goal? We choose to go to the moon in this tough time not because it is easy, but because it is hard. And therefore, as we set sail, we ask Rule 1 to receive us onto their land in the most exciting adventure that grassroots esports have ever seen. This is one small step for grassroots community leagues. One giant step for RSC and ERS.